it's Alicia with Twisted Tarot, and I'm back for another reading. This reading is going to be what is hidden from you. It's all like dun dun dun. What's the secret what secret or secrets are hidden from you? We have 3 different piles today. We have pile number 1 with this beautiful lighter. Zoom out a little bit. There we go. Pile number 2 with this tan lighter. Pile number 3 with the owl lighter. All right, so if you need to pause the video to make your selection, and I'll see you at your pile. So if you chose pile number 1, this lovely white lighter. Oh, there we go. It's focusing a little bit better. All right, let's find out what's hidden from you. Welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia. I'm an intuitive tarot and oracle card reader. All the messages are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, so let's light this bitch up, right? Okay. All right, so we're going to start with the Blind Spot Oracle, which is one of your cards. We're going to start with that one first. We have the number 4, which talks about balance, coming to union with ourselves. Sometimes it is seen as like a reunion card here. So let's see. 4. What is going on? Pile number 1. Your motives. If you have drawn this sigil, you are not aware of your true motives in the situation at hand. In order to avoid the consequences of this blind spot, you are going to have to be brutally honest with yourself about your actual intentions, motives, and desires. Okay, so what's hidden from you is your true intentions, motives, and desires. Almost said deniers. So you could be denying something and not wanting to see something, and that's okay. Like, it's not a judgment here. I'm not here to roast you. I'm just here to give you some idea of what is hidden, right? So we're going to see what those are. Okay, yeah. It says you're going to have to do this even if it makes you feel as though you may be a bad person. As people, life is torture for us to live if we have a poor self-concept. We have to see ourselves as good. But this means that for the sake of seeing ourselves a certain way and being seen a certain way, we are perfectly capable of even fooling ourselves about the truth of our actual motives, intentions, and desires. Okay. So what's hidden from you is your own intentions, your own desires, your own motives. So it's almost like Spirit is holding a little bit of a mirror, and it's like, okay. And I kind of disagree with the whole, like, we have to be good. And I think they're trying to point out that, like, sometimes we see ourselves one way, but we actually are not. And it's kind of that dark night of the soul, or like balancing out, you know, our masculine, feminine sides, and just our energy in general. So there's something here. For example, we might gossip and plot against someone simply because we are so envious or jealous of them. Okay, so if you're plotting against someone, it could be because you are envious, because you are jealous, and it's almost like Spirit's way of like illuminating that about the situation. So there could be some jealousy or envy, or maybe what's being illuminated around you is that you're going to find out that some people are very jealous and very envious of you. We might tell ourselves that we are marrying for love, when in fact we are marrying a person simply because of status or security. So for those of you that are planning a marriage or an engagement, I think they really want you to take a look at why you're doing it. Okay, are you really in love with that person? Is this a healthy connection, right? And I am being drawn to say that. We may say yes to something we don't want to do, but act as if we do want to do it, so that we can get whatever reward we are after. Okay, so this is about having boundaries, because the 4 of Wands, they are still considered boundary cards to me. A lot of the wands, it's almost like a defense mechanism, and at this point, I am seeing it that way, because usually, you know, as we go from the 4 into the 5, we experience the conflict. We go into the 6 of Wands, we have some type of victory if we, you know, over the situation, and it could be ego. So it's almost like an ego death has to happen, or some type of mirroring energy, or you're going to meet a counterpart, or you know your counterpart and they're mirroring something to you. And maybe this is what's going on, is that somebody went into a relationship thinking that there would be more to it, or it would be satisfying, but at the end of the day it's not. So before you tie the knot with this person, and before you say yes, really consider if this is what you want to do and who you want to be with, and are you marrying them for the right reasons, right? We may say yes to something. I'm getting Runaway Bride with Julia Roberts. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Okay. We do this anytime we have a means to an end attitude. We may be acting two-faced, which is always an indication that our true motive is being hidden. Okay, so acting one way and having to hide. A lot of us feel the pressures of having to do that, especially when you play different roles in your life. It's a compartmentalization that sometimes comes into play, and so that's what I'm also feeling very much here. But you could be a Gemini or a dual sign, or like Pisces, and so there's like energy of being kind of going in two directions, fighting against oneself, right, instead of going with the flow. But also, it's like the public persona versus the private persona. You know, everybody has different hats that they wear and different personalities, right? And different, we're different with one person than we are with the next, and we shouldn't expect it all to be the same, because that would be weird. Then you'd be like, are you a robot? Okay. We may pay the bills simply because we want to force people at the table to be indebted to staying allied with us. As is so often the case when someone does something to displease us and we say, after everything I have done for you. Yeah, that is the wrong mentality. That is a very selfish way of thinking of things. So Spirit is really saying, like, are you counting, you know, like things against another person? Like, I like to see my relationships this way, and this is a kind of the balancing I'm trying to find in my own life, where they're not necessarily transactional, but the transactions that do occur don't necessarily have to be so-called equal. So let's say, like, my friend really needed a shoulder to cry on. And she was like, man, I'll buy you dinner. But also, you know, you're going to go to that friend, you love her, and you're like, no, you don't have to. But your friend's like, absolutely. So then you know, go to that friend, they cry on your shoulder, and then they give you a candle the very next day. Or, you know, they call you and they say, you know, thank you so much for being there for me. And it's energy is energy, and it's received. It doesn't necessarily have to be transactions in the material world. So this is big for y'all. It's almost like I'm opening a Pandora's box. I don't even know why I pulled more cards in this. Okay. Okay. The problem isn't the motive itself. The problem is we are fooling ourselves about it and fooling others about it. This makes it deceit. Okay. So listen, pile number one, I know you're not going to like this, and this may not be your pile, but there's some type of deceit or denial to yourself about your intentions with someone or something. And this could be someone around you, of course, so kind of flip it and reverse it if it makes sense. So, but it's also like, if you're being shown deceit around you, are you in the right place to be? You know, if you're having to be put into your deceitful energy as well, like it's almost like the flipping of the coins, or what is that game I used to play? Othello. Okay, and it has like white checker looking tiles and black on the other side, and then there's like a strategy to winning, and it's just basically like this, and I still lose a lot. When I was all super competitive, of course, so I feel like this is my competitive pile. So you guys are like, listen, and I'm like, okay, so be careful about the deceit that's being reflected back to you. Where are you being deceitful? Where, you know, if you're like, oh my God, people are always lying to me and whatever, you may either be a really in tune psychic, and that's just, you know, hello, that comes with that. Or both can be true. You know, you're being deceitful about something. It doesn't even have to be about that person, but they're picking up on it, they're sensing it, and they're also mirroring it back to you. So, yeah. If we want to transcend this blind spot, we must be willing to feel shame. We must be willing to really admit to ourselves what our actual motives, intentions, and desires are, even if doing so makes us see ourselves as bad or wrong. Otherwise, we are leading ourselves and others straight down the path of suffering. So this is what's happening. And I'm going to tell you right now, the lies that people tell will catch up with them. And so if this is what you're doing, I have to warn you, pal, number one, the karma will be great. There will be pain and suffering, and you will see it in those around you, and it will start to show a domino effect. Oh, good God, this is a terrible message. I'm so sorry, but this is what's coming through. It's hard. The blind spot is there. Okay, so what else? What else do you need to know about this? Okay, what else is hidden from you? Okay, you may be feeling stuck in a work situation currently. Or like a friend situation. I keep hearing that that line in my head, and she's like, oh yeah, it's in Heather's and Veronica, and they're like, what's wrong or something, and she's like, I don't really like my friends. So maybe right now you're like, I don't really like my friends. Like that's what's being kind of hidden. Like you guys are hiding that. You're like, oh my God, what's happening? Oh, okay, what is this? Okay. So what's being hidden from you is you might be taking a shopping trip, or you're looking for something specific here. And there's a whole bunch of clothes here. It's like a woman's shop, and the woman's looking in. She's got her hand with her husband that looks like her partner, and they're there like shopping. It's cute. So what's hidden from you is that you may be spending a little bit of money, or you may have a lot of finances that you're trying to juggle right now, or things you're trying to help work out. You could be online shopping, and the spirit is like, cut it out, okay? Because you need to. Queen of Pentacles reverse. You're not feeling grounded, okay? Unstable in your energy. Maybe very busy, okay? What you've been trying to manifest, if you're trying to manifest yourself a new job, you may be wanting to move out of the situation that you're in and move into a different one. And so that's what you've been manifesting, or that's what you're working hard on. Maybe there's a delay here with the Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Magician reversed. Okay, Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, so that could be in your chart. Yeah, but there's stagnation here, because it's like, I want something to happen. I'm trying to work with others, right? So it's like you're really trying hard to work with others at this time. So, but we've got something about a resistance to following your dreams here. And at this point, it's almost like Spirit is saying, like, what are those? Make your intentions very clear and make them known, and follow them. And there's got to be a follow through right here, because this is reverse, number 85. And I am taking it that way. But I'm feeling like you guys are going to reverse this and work on this. So I'm going to put it up right now. I'm not going to put it back down, because, yeah, even these cards that are kind of reversed here, it's just an energy of like, you're wanting movement. You need the movement. Things are, you want this to happen. Maybe you're trying to manifest a partnership here with someone. And I do feel this partner or this person, if you're with someone, there's a lot of love here, okay? This love abounds. So love is coming for you. Love is here. People love you. Okay, and they may want to go shopping with you, or they may want to buy you some gifts here with the Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like if you're having to spend a lot of money, try to keep it together, budget a little bit better. You're budgeting, that's what you're not quite seeing as well. But you have people around you with the spirit guides here. Family, friends, and guides. Number 6. Okay, so these are people from your past. This could be a reunion. There are people around you that really want to, manifest you. They really want to spend time with you. They miss you. Okay, so there's this group of 3. All right, and you may be really working hard, and you may not be able to be putting in all of your heart into one thing with this. Love abounds. And if so, I think what is being hidden from you, your partner may be feeling neglected, or you may be feeling neglected, or maybe you're neglecting yourself. I'm also getting that. So there's some abandonment issues here. So what is hidden from you as well is that you may be going through some abandonment issues in your life. This could have happened when you were a child, specifically when you were 8 years old. I'm getting 3 years old. Or there's some fear of that. You fear that somebody's left you behind, they don't love you, or they don't care for you, and it's triggering you, and you're now processing some things about your parents, and adults and yourself as a child and having to reparent, which is really interesting. EMDR is very good for that, and there's different therapies. There is one, it's like a tapping therapy. I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to see if I can find it. I want to say it's CPT, but maybe I'm wrong. I was doing some more research into some things for trauma and whatnot. So this is really interesting. So what is also being hidden from you is that somebody around you may think that, you know, you're out for money. Here's that gold digger again, all right? Or you're with someone because of finances or stability, okay? And if this is a partner or somebody coming towards you, they don't have, their finances are not that great. Maybe they want to combine with you and they bring that up and you guys talk about that. But they want your money, okay? You could be being used for money. People think that the person around you is using you for money, or that when people find out how much money you have, they're going to want to use you for money. That's exactly it, like your friends, your family. Okay, so your guides are keeping people out of your peripheral or at a distance here, or in your peripheral, I mean. This could happen, what I'm explaining could happen on a Sunday, or you could come to some type of understanding about this on a Sunday. You may kind of look up and be like, what day is it? Okay. And this is like number 1 here. So 1 could be significant. You have 1 with the magician, 111, 1111, of course. So you guys really called to your spiritual journey, your spiritual path, okay, to follow your dreams. And on Sunday, they're expressing that you might want to go inwards and develop a new vision, and maybe get a vision board, start that. Work on your stability, work on grounding your energy. Power, you have the dragon. Okay, so the dragons could be significant here. I also am getting like Game of Thrones and very much, what is it, like How to Train Your Dragon? Very cute. I love that movie. So power and strength. So you guys are, what's hidden from you is you have a lot of power, a lot of strength. You're amazing. And you're going to be drawing on this, and you may have a dragon spirit to help you with this as well. So Renaissance festivals also coming through. You could like Renaissance festivals. Number 24, I'm also getting that as like a age here. So somebody's age could be 24. And then we have torch. Spiritual development. Oh my gosh, I wasn't even looking at this. This is amazing. So somebody's carrying a torch for you, but you're doing self-love and self-care right now, and you hold a light for others, and it's almost like you're being shown the way and you're doing the spiritual work. So it looks spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So you're coming to some type of enlightenment about some of the things to work on. Right here I am showing you the way. This is like your little torch here, your little lighter. Okay, so wow, that's really beautiful. So, and you are embracing this beautiful spiritual side of you, and your power and your strength is growing as like a reader and things like that. And you may be overworked and overwhelmed, so spirit is also calling you to rest. We have Horus. Oh wow, this is beautiful. So you could connect with the god Horus, and this here is symbolized by an eagle, and I want to say the Ra. Okay, the god Ra, the sun god. And this is a cosmic gateway, okay? Really interesting. This is a very, very intense card. So you guys could work with falcons. Is this a falcon? Yeah, it's a falcon. Okay, you could have a falcon spirit. Could dress up like this. This is beautiful. It says your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. We have powerful twice. Miraculous changes are occurring. So what you don't see is miraculous changes are occurring at a soul level. You are starting to boss up or level up. Your gifts are increasing, and the spirit world is calling for you. This cosmic gateway is here. So I would look up Horus if you don't already know. Heavy earth sign energy here with the Knight of Pentacles reverse and the Queen of Pentacles reverse. That's a lot of energy. Somebody could be younger than you, or you have a child who is an earth sign, or a mother that's an earth sign. I'm also getting that coming through here just last minute. All right, y'all, I hope that this resonated, and if it did, like, share, comment, or subscribe. If you would like your own personal reading that can get into some more specifics for you, all the links are in the description box below. And as always, I will see you for the next reading. Take care. All right, so if you picked pile number 2, this lovely tan lighter, let's find out what is being hidden from you at this time. So, kicking stuff. Welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia. I'm an intuitive tarot and oracle card reader. The messages are general, so take what is yours and leave the rest. So, all right, let's find out. Okay, so we have the number 9 here. So let me take a look in the book and find out what that signifies. Let's see. All right, coping. If you have drawn this sigil, you are currently coping. Okay, so what is hidden from you? You're just coping in a situation. So I'm here to help you. These are not attacking messages. I hope you know that Spirit is just trying to help you move along your journey, and so I'm just the channel, right? Okay. Okay, it says you are coping in a situation where you need to do something other than to cope. To cope is to make a specific alteration mentally, emotionally, or physically so that you can manage or adapt to something that is causing you stress. A coping mechanism is a specific procedure, process, or technique which manages or allows you to adapt to stress. Some examples of coping mechanisms are addictive behaviors like cutting, trigger warning, binge eating, smoking, gambling, denial, humor, attacking, regressing, overcompensation, humility, self-blaming, avoidance, dissociation, positive focus, escaping into movies, books, or imagination, intellectualization, distancing, disconnection, falling asleep, passive aggression, projection, repression, and substitution. So right now, Spirit is calling you to look at what you're doing to cope. Is this healthy? If not, what steps could you take to kind of help you with this? And hopefully we'll get some advice. For most of you that have watched my channel for a long time or know me over my spiritual journey, I highly recommend meditations, hypnosis, psychotherapy as well. Are all good tools. Talk therapy. There's so many different ways to reach out. So there is help. And right now, I think you know this. Like, I think you're like, aha, this is what is hidden from me, right? And you're like, ah, crap. Okay, and it's all about how we think about stress. Remember, I watched a TED Talk, and I can't remember exactly who was on or who was talking, but if I do find it, which I'm pretty sure it's in my history, I'll put it down below. And the TED Talk was super important when it came to that, because it was how we think about stress is how stress actually is. Now, what they're saying is that you're super burdened with stresses, okay? So you may be feeling things in all aspects of your life, or they may be affecting you in different areas. So it's going to be different for everyone. However, Spirit's really calling you to address what you're doing to cope and what we can do better, right? So interesting. So it's also about the way we think about stress. If we think about stress and we say negative things, we'll be attracting that with that. If we think about stress and we say, you know what, yes, I am stressed. What am I doing to cope? How do I fix this? Or what can I do better? Then we've changed our mindset from like a reactive to a proactive. And we've also started to examine why we're doing the things we're doing to cope, right? It is serious business though, because, you know, if you have health conditions and you're going through this, whatever is you're using to cope is really kind of the crutch here. And yeah, I don't even know why we pulled more cards. This happened with pile number 1. I was just like, man, well, you got it all here, but this will give us some clarification. So it says, stress is serious business. A human being cannot thrive in an atmosphere of stress. So I am reading that from the book, and I was repeating that here. It didn't come to me, but the TED Talk did about that, though. It's about how we perceive it, right? And how we're going to work through it. When a human being goes into a state of distress, well-being immediately declines. And so it is only natural that we should want to make a change to the situation as quickly as possible. But often the situation that is causing us distress cannot be eradicated. It is out of our control to eradicate the stressor, so we are forced to manage with it and adapt to it. This is especially true in childhood when we did not call the shots about our own life. The people around us did. So kind of examine those patterns too, like what people in your life, how they treated you when you were a child, and how they didn't allow you to make decisions for yourself, and how important that was for you if that was your situation. Many of these coping mechanisms allow us to survive distressing circumstances in our lives so we can keep on living and expanding despite the stress. They benefit us in some way when they are invented. But over time, we can see that the very coping mechanisms that benefited us are in fact the very things that are hurting us and the people around us. What once allowed for our expansion is now making our expansion impossible. Yes. When we grow up and find ourselves in situations that are absolutely changeable, where we do have the power to diminish or eradicate the stressors, we do not realize it. Yeah, a lot of us don't realize that. That's very true. Wow. Let me repeat that. When we grow up and find ourselves in situations that are absolutely changeable, where we do have the power to diminish or eradicate the stressors, we do not realize it. Sometimes we're not realizing it because we still feel like we're that child that's getting in trouble, or that child that is being held back, or our expansiveness is being stifled, where we don't feel like we have the ability to react, and where we could control the situation, where we need to let flow in and vice, like in back and forth, right? Wow. Okay. So this is an illusion of powerlessness, okay? When we perceive this in ourselves, then we indulge immediately in our coping mechanism instead of actually making positive changes to our life, okay? So heard, right, Spirit? Oh my gosh, I feel very heard. I feel like a lot of people can relate to this pile. You guys may have had a very traumatic childhood, or just life in general, okay? So some of you are like, yep, Alicia, life in general. Okay, so it says, if you have drawn this sigil, the time has come to see that you are not actually making an improvement to your life relative to this situation. You need to make a change that actually changes the situation instead of continuing to cope with it. Because in this situation, as difficult as it may seem or be, you actually do have the power to make a change to the entire situation, provided that you will first choose with your free will to stop coping with it. Damn! Pile number 2. Spirit really called us out, and that may have been really hard and triggering to hear. So if you've already clicked off, okay, maybe you'll come back, but it was a lot. So very deep pile here. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Ooh. Did I keep calling you pile number 3? I'm sorry, pile number 2. So you could have been drawn to multiple piles. Okay. Yeah, there's a change needed in your environment, the people around you, your friends, your family. There's some type of change that's very necessary because there's a lot of cards reversed here. And the one that they pulled me to first was environment, number 44. So this is about balance, balancing out your environment. And what is being taken from you is your power, okay? Because we have Aries, the god of battle, and it's reversed. 6, past life. You could have a past life, where you've gone to battle, or if you're like have Aries somewhere in your chart, right? That is stifling your growth. Okay, so whatever's happening, it's like, yo, get up on the horse. What's going on? We need you to get on this horse and get moving. It's stagnation. So you're stagnating, or something's not coming to fruition, success and growth like you thought it would. 8, infinity symbol, and you go 8, 9, and we have 6, we have 22, double numbers, 44. Absolutely divine pile. You guys, pile number 2, you're absolutely up there in the spirit world. So, you know, I'm showing you some respect here because I see it and I see what's happened. Is there something about this situation that is causing you to be cautious and you just don't have enough information about it, but you might be overworking. Your mind is racing and you're already going to the, you know, things are not working out. They never work out for me, blah, 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 blah. Like, we get there. We all get there. I do it. Everybody does it, you know. But it's changing that. And right now, maybe you're being cautious about picking your battles. I'm also hearing, like, pick your battles. So Spirit is saying, like, what is hidden from you is that you're taking some caution. You are being told to stand down. And if that's just temporary, that's understood. And I think it's just because you're in a pause of your situation before you can actually act on something. You have to look at this coping mechanism, start to address it or make some steps forward. Excuse me. And then grab your sword, get back up, get on the horse, and step by step, we're not rushing, you know, take your time, but then you're back in the game, okay? But right now you're being told to be cautious with yourself, cautious with your, I'm getting extreme workouts or like overworking yourself. Pisces energy here, so you could be a Pisces or have Pisces in your chart. You could be a cusp pair with the Pisces Aries card. So this could happen or take place, what I'm describing if it hasn't already, or it could be something could be significant 12 weeks or 12 months from now. And we also have Pisces energy. I'm also getting December. Okay, they're telling me to count here. So September, so we're gonna count September. So October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Okay, so July. Yeah. Spirit is saying that what you're not seeing is that you're not being very gentle with yourself. You're almost not giving yourself room to grow. Or there's something about your physical body that needs some assistance in order to move forward. Man, my throat chakra just keeps closing up. I feel like you're feeling conflicted in your energy, especially if you have dual energies. Or your dual sign. Pisces is a very dual sign, and there's water here, and this conflict card is upside down, which is a good thing. So it's almost like, but it's internalizing it. I feel like you're internalizing some anger, excuse me, some resentment. You might want to work on your throat chakra because it keeps closing up, and I'm so sorry, y'all. We have scales. Keep your life in balance. Yeah, there's balance again here. April with the Aries would be in April as well. So you have 2 9s here with the 9 of Cups. So if you're feeling like you haven't gotten the success or gotten to where you want to be, it's because of your coping mechanisms, okay? That's literally what it is. What's hidden from you is, good grief, is there could be a masculine around you that you're cautious about. Maybe you've had a lot of conflict with this person in the past that is coming out here randomly, but it is here, and they keep drawing me straight down from this Aries energy into this conflict, but it's kind of running the show here. We have the 5 of Pentacles reversed. That's exactly, that's a good card to get reversed because you may have lost some finances or be suffering financially, or there's some setbacks or unexpected expenses that are coming up for y'all. What you don't see is possibly that, or that you're coming out of that. You may be looking at different options. You have the 4 of Cups here. Someone may be kind of sleeping or resting. There is a divine cup that's being offered here. So this could be a new opportunity. It could be with love. It could be something small and emotional, or maybe you're just kind of withdrawn at this time. Your people may be trying to get together with you. You may be off the grid. Wow. I'm so sorry, y'all. Two of Pentacles here, so juggling a lot. Okay, what's hidden from you is your situation has now kind of come into fruition where you're being able to juggle things in order to bring in this Nine of Cups, but you know where to put your money and time and effort. I'm getting like a magician vibe here. So it's very interesting. It's kind of like little under the surface changes are happening for you. You're gaining some inner strength with Brigid. It says, move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. Some of you could have blue or green eyes or red or orange hair. Yeah, very physically attractive. What you don't see about yourself is you're stunning, okay, first of all, or handsome, okay? And it doesn't have to be like a physicality thing, but I am seeing like a fiery person. And you know how redheads are just naturally hot, duh. It's like the law of red. You see red, it's almost like why red cars get in accidents, duh, because like somebody flashes a little red at you and you're like, whoa, you know, and especially if it's like red hair and you're like, fire, wow. Yeah, a lot of spice too. You guys are my spicy pile. You guys know what you want, you go after it. Right now there's almost like a resting and an action phase, but they're in conflict with each other. You're in conflict with yourself. You're trying to keep your life in balance here. You may be really struggling with it. You may have to micromanage a lot, or you have to micromanage employees. You have an entrepreneurial vibe, or you're called to what you're not seeing here. What's hidden from you is that if you decide to go into business for yourself, you might expand and get employees. Others of you, where it's just you're the one-man show, and you know that's how you roll. And you may be meeting a lot of other entrepreneurs. You guys could be networking and things like that. You could be talking about like how everybody else manages their business, or taking courses, classes. I'm also getting like going back to school vibes, or thinking about pursuing some new opportunities or new paths here. This Nine of Cups is saying kind of watch your drinking, drink more water. Nine of Cups is really beautiful here. So this is my wish card. So really what you don't see is that your wishes are going to come true, especially if you're kind of like trying to take care of yourself and addressing your mental health and checking in with every kind of like piece of yourself, right? So, wow, pile number 2. This was insane. I loved it so much. I hope that it resonated. If it did, like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, the link is in the description box below. And as always, I will see you for the next reading. Take care. All right, so if you chose pile number 3, this lovely owl lighter, we're going to find out what is being hidden from you at this time. So welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia. I'm an intuitive tarot and oracle card reader. All the messages are general, so take what's yours and leave the rest. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's find out. Okay, what is hidden from you? Oh my God. Okay. What's hidden from you, pile number 3? Did I call you 2? Good Lord. So sorry. Maybe you guys were here from all the piles, because I was picking that up in my succession here. So, oh yes, your dreams are coming true. Look at this. Dreams coming true. Ow. Okay, so what have you been working towards? It's about to come to fruition here, you guys. Okay, you're going to be very proud of this. We have pride here. This is very beautiful, especially if you're trying to manifest a love partner. Like, oh my God, this is crazy. Yeah, because we have pride and then we have love. 9s could be significant here. We have 9, we have 19, and we have 6. We have the number 2 twice, so you could see 222 or 555. Interesting. Mystery card is 52. Ooh, okay. I know why they're saying that's that way, but it's also the other way. Ooh, snap. Okay, so what is hidden from my pile number 3? Wow, this is insane. Oh, wow. Okay, so what's hidden from you is you're about to embark on a brand new journey. Okay, you're going somewhere new. You are probably keeping this hidden right now. There's a lot of emotions around this, surrounding this new venture that you're going on to. you're going to be releasing a lot of your burdens, okay? Especially if it comes to like your boundaries, pride, things like that. And I don't mean in a bad way. Boundaries are good to have, but there's a releasing of also just like the burdens that have overwhelmed you. Your name could start with a B or have a B in it. Ten of Wands reversed. This is beautiful. I love this. This is working through your emotions, working through something that you know you're divinely guided into. So this could be a new spiritual journey. You could be changing paths, or you could be embarking on a spiritual path, or you're moving to the next level. A lot of you are bringing in a very beautiful love. Someone's could have their moon sign in Leo. They could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or have that in their chart, or Aries with the Fool here. I'm also getting very Aquarian vibes from the Fool, okay? Because Aquarius are very forward thinkers. They're very, how do I express this? They are like the Fool. They are on that path, and they are looking around them. They're soaking it all in. They love to travel, and they're light years ahead of people when it comes to like technology and spirituality or esoteric things or religion or etc., whatever it is, right? So you guys are embarking on something brand new, okay? You have a lot of options, a lot of choices. You're keeping this kind of secret. You may be having to do a lot with the Seven of Cups here. You may be having dreams about this, okay? Something could be coming to you in dream states or meditation. If you've been meditating, if you've been wanting to start something with someone like in a love situation, it's coming through that both of y'all might be stuck in some pride, or this is what was holding you back, but now you're going to be very happy to be with this person, okay? They're going to be really, what I'm getting like a showing you off type of vibe. Like this person wants to like show you off. They want to be like, look what I got. You know what I mean? And I don't mean it like this is my possession, but I just mean it in the way of like they take a lot of pride in you. They think that what you do is beautiful. You're a very loving person. You're very kind, very intuitive, very psychic, very sensitive. Empathic vibes are coming through this reading very heavy here. Wow, I love this so much. You have now gone through some really hard karma. Or you're processing some like leftover Wheel of Fortune in reverse type of vibes. Okay, so some turn of fortune has taken into play here. Getting someone who might be going through like health issues as well, so you may be working through those. Processing your emotions is so big for that, because I feel like with this pile that is what's holding you back with your health. Okay, so there is a spiritual component to it, and it's an energetic component. So the reason why Reiki is so popular, or energy work in general, a lot of different remedies to kind of align the chakras and bring you into balance, those are going to be really, really important. Self-care is going to be really important. So taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, and it's not selfish, okay? You've gone through a lot of loss here, or you've had to let a lot of things go in your path, right? But what I'm feeling like is something you've lost is coming back to you in a different form. So if you've lost a job, it could be coming back in love. If you've lost love, it could be coming back into a job, or multiple things are coming true for you. With this dreams come true, you're a master manifester, so, and you're learning probably about manifestation, about the law of attraction, the law of assumption, karma reversed here, number 4. Yeah, balancing your energy out is going to be real significant at this time to help you through this. This is the release of any bad karma. So you're processing the very end of it, and your dreams are about ready to come true, because now you've leveled up. You've figured out what your lessons were in this life. You have a lot of options, a lot of opportunities, a lot of power, and this is coming back to you. This could have started during Mercury retrograde. I think we are on our way. I think it's for a little bit. Microwave. Yeah, I love that meme. That's why I was saying it. So my person sent that to me. I thought that was super sweet, and I was like, oh my god. So yeah, so Mercury is in the microwave. Still retrograde, I think. So there could be a lot of electronic issues right now, which you don't see coming. Some communication issues. Look over everything. Find lines, details. There's going to be a lot of possibly travel here with this car during Mercury retrograde. You could have some issues with your vehicle. I am just warning you that as coming through here. I'm really weirded out because I want to say, like, why is the Chariot card here? Because I thought it was here, but it's literally not here. But I'm getting that here. with this Mercury retrograde card. So this is a mystery that's unfolding in your life. You're not meant to know everything. They're telling me keep some of these things secret from pile number 3 because there still has to be the surprise, right? So, I mean, I don't want to blow it too much. So you're taking a new path here with this mystery. You don't know what the outcome is, but the outcome is good. So whatever you're working to go like towards, they're saying keep it up, keep going. This could happen during Leo season, or have started during Leo season. You could be a Leo or have Leo in your chart. And yeah, it says release the power of your heart, 5 weeks and 5 months. So in 5 weeks or 5 months, things will start to pick up. If you have started this new journey, that could be when you start this new job, okay? So if it's a job, the new relationship, or if it's both, this is kind of like there's acceleration here, and this should start to have already started or will start to happen within 5 weeks or 5 months, or Leo season, or Leo is significant there. We have Monday, okay? So something could happen on Monday. Swap ideas and seek advice, okay? There's the moon there. That's beautiful, okay? So the moon is associated apparently with Monday, so in this card, and I believe that's just the way that, I think that's true outside of that, but correct me if I'm wrong. But that's an interesting day to pick, because it's like the start of the week and everybody's like, oh, it's Monday, right? You know what I'm saying? But like this literally is going to be significant, so to your path, to your journey. So let me know in the comments down below. We have wind chimes, peace and harmony. Yes, so you guys may like wind chimes, or what's hidden from you is that peace and harmony is on its way. You're going to be experiencing more of it. There's going to be some freshness, some newness. This is going to be like a breath of fresh air. You're coming into your power here. Your good karma is starting to come at a quick rate, okay? So it's almost like all the things that you have done in your past lives and in your current lifetime are now starting to balance out. This karma that you've paid off was from anything negative that you attracted to you, brought to you, engaged with, and anything from your past life, and now it's starting to go in a positive direction here. Look at this. We have Joal Cool. I hope I'm saying that right. It says Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Yeah. So don't try to rush it. Obviously, the Fool can be kind of one of those, Aries is the Fool because they're not afraid to take action. They're not afraid to get onto new paths, new journeys, embrace new experiences, right? They're usually very independent and fiery when they're in their power. So this is you, and I'm feeling such a very exploratory vibe. It says we're hiring job search, so you could be looking for other jobs, contemplating about where you're going to start next. So this could happen within this 5 weeks or 5 months, and you receive the job that you're so wanting, right? Beautiful. You could be hiring at your own place of work as well. So you may be getting other people a job, and you could be meeting someone at your work. I'm also getting that here with the love card, and this person's gonna be very significant to you. This could be a divine counterpart here, or your dreams are coming true with a divine counterpart. Job loss, termination of employment. Look at this. Okay, this could be something unexpected, and I hate to say this, but this loss was meant to move you onto your new path, right? And so it's going to be stressful for some of you, and you may be trying to figure that out during this time frame. Some of you aren't going to lose your job, so just know that there's only some of you that will. Some of you are just going to be looking for something else because you're unhappy, or it's time to branch out. Take that risk, right? Oh my God, this is so beautiful. Okay, so we're going to look at the Blind Spot Oracle card here, and this is number 47. So let me read up on that from the book and see what else is hidden from you at this time. And the moon is literally the hidden vibes. Like, you guys are like, yeah, I'm already hidden. I'm already in the shadows. I already know what's going on. Like, it's almost like this pile is like, oh, hell yes. Like, you've been feeling it. You know what's happening. Or this is your kind of push from spirit to, like, start this new journey. Looking to the outside. If you have drawn this sigil, you are looking to the outside when you should be looking for answers within. It is very likely, if you have drawn this sigil, that you are currently looking to everything else to make a decision, to know what is right, or everyone else, yeah. You are being quick to assume that people around you know what you do not know, and you are quick to emulate them as a result. For example, we tend to slow down our speed on the highway if cars ahead of us are slowing down, without knowing why, because we assume other people do know why. We tend to accept a doctor's diagnosis or advice without seeking a second opinion. or honoring our own intuition about our own bodies because we assume that being a professional means that someone always knows. Okay, so what Spirit is saying is, and this is calling you out for some of you, and maybe it doesn't resonate, maybe you already knew this and you're working on it, but what they're saying is that you're giving your power away to others, and other people, that's what you're not seeing, is that other people, you're almost like looking outside for advice when your intuition and who you are and your power is within. And that's when we really grow, right? It's so funny because people talk about like detachment, and that's literally what it is. It's an ability not to take on the emotions, the feelings, the thoughts, the situation that is happening, and being able to process it on a more logical way. It's not saying our heart isn't involved in it, but it can be something that we're currently thinking about in our thoughts, and we're processing it without letting our emotions overwhelm it, making good decisions in the line of fire at the last minute, doing things, very brashly. Leo is a very energy that's, the life of the party. They're attention seekers, and they do like to be seen, right? And they are very powerful. So what they're saying is stop giving your power away to others if that's what you're doing. If you're already addressing that, that's wonderful, because what really at the end of the day matters is how you feel about it. So, and we've been kind of conditioned to think like, oh yeah, I went to the doctor and the doctor said this, and then I went home and I didn't really feel right about it, and then I didn't speak up, and then you regret it because after that you find out, oh, I was right all along. Okay, so Spirit is saying you should trust your intuition and yourself more, because you are very connected to the other side. You are very divine, and they have chosen you to be messengers and free thinkers, and to spread your knowledge to the world and to seek knowledge, right? To be the seeker, to be the teacher, to be the student. Oh my God, I love this. We tend to buy and wear what celebrities wear and use, products celebrities use, because we think they have their finger on the pulse of something we don't, and they have things we want to have. We tend to adopt our parents' values because as children we assume they know better than we do. In fact, they often tell us so. Yeah, exactly. So this comes from all sorts of social conditioning. Having a sense of self versus other is part of participating in this physical dimension. The individual perspective and experience is what is currently serving the expansion of this universe. Oh my God, I literally said this. Holy crap, guys. And I don't know this book because I don't use these cards very much. They're very special. I only use them for specific readings, and they're very powerful. That's one of the reasons that I do that, is because my powerful cards I don't overuse for lots of reasons, as a reader. So, interesting. Wow. Yeah, the individual perspective and experience serves the expansion of the universe, and so we perceive a difference between ourselves and the rest of the world. It is possible that if you have drawn this sigil, you struggle with boundaries. Okie dokie. Here we go. 10 of Wands. Oh, wow. It's a conditioning, and it's come from outside. Remember, the moon is an inside seeker. Yeah, an inside thinker. That's correct. Did you hear that? That was so weird. But yeah, sometimes the channeling comes through and they're like, listen, it's too fast, or this comes in, and then they blend together. So yeah, you can struggle with boundaries, right? This is how, when you start having boundaries, your dreams will start coming true. That's what I'm hearing here. That's what Spirit is saying about this 10 of Wands reversed. Wow, this is insane. A boundary is the imaginary line that uniquely defines your personal happiness, your personal feelings, your personal thoughts, your personal integrity, your personal desires, your personal needs, and therefore must, and most importantly, your personal truth from the rest of the universe. Personal truth cannot be defined by anyone other than you, because no one can step into your body and think and feel and desire for you. Developing boundaries is a crucial part of finding and then expressing your true self. It is a crucial part of making the decision that is right for you personally. Sometimes we need to stop being defiant and respect the validity of the perspectives of people who are experts, people who know more than we do about something. But if you have drawn this sigil, this is not that moment. You are being called to march to the beat of your own drum. Oh my God, this is my pile. I literally have this as my tagline for my my personal profile. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. You are being called to become aware of or heed your own mind and your own feelings and your own sense of knowing, even if it contradicts what other people are thinking, saying, and doing. Hell yes! Be like a Leo. Be like that Aquarius. Be like that Aries. Come on, guys. You got this, right? Be like, all the signs. Be like Mike, right? Remember that? Okay. Stop relying on the cues you're receiving from your environment. You really do know what is highest and best and truth in this scenario, no matter whether or not you have the bravery to admit it. Okay, so look at this pride. There could be an overwhelming need to kind of go through a little bit of an ego death or a little ego deconstruction is what I'm going to call it at this time, and kind of look at our motives and our faults and our good things and try and balance that energy, right? So, and you may be like, why is this like what's hidden from me? I thought it was going to be more. Nope, this is what it is. It's deep. Okay. What's the song? It's like, and when the night is deep, you ask me to come over. Ooh, you show up so fancy. Or looking so fancy. I've got that subtle chip on my shoulder. Yeah, okay. I don't know, that song's coming through. I'm going to have to see if I can remember it to post it down below. But pile number 3, you're very talented here. Your music is beautiful. Your intuition is beautiful. You are amazing, handsome, wonderful. People, you are changing the world, and this is one of the ways that you're doing it. It's called Boundary Up, okay? So thank you so much for watching my channel. If you would like a personal reading, the link is in the description box below, or to like, share, comment, or subscribe. And as always, I'll see you for the next reading. Take care.